can think of a finer man for the task. Retake the former Western Roman Empire from the barbarians. Deliver it to our beloved emperor on a plate. These games should be in your honor. When I heard Justinian had you in mind, I can't say I was surprised. After all, you were his uncle's favorite bodyguard. Not to mention your accomplishments at the Battle of Dara. And the way you suppressed the riots in Nika. You are the last of the great commanders, and your loyalty is clearly above question. However, the ruins of Rome are a wild and unpredictable place. A lot can happen out of reach of these fragrant walls. A man might look about him and think perhaps that it is all rightfully his. Good luck, Belisarius.
Well, hello, good morning, good evening, and every other time in between. We're getting ready for a morning stream. Let's hop straight into this. Just a recap of the last episode. I'm sorry, Arcane. It's like 10 in the morning for me. But for anybody who missed the last episode and sort of forgot what happened, or just wants a little bit of a quick little recap and otherwise, we took out the last little remnants of the Western Roman Empire and the remnants of the dynasty that was in control of the Rump State. Otto has so far failed to capture Italy, but he has taken the title for Francia. So we do have a proper rival in the West. But we've decided that this is our perfect opportunity, being that our buffer state that we have established is sort of expanding on its own. The Cuman Kipjaks are expanding and creating a bit of a problem for any of the other rival states. Doesn't look like we're going to have an issue in the east for really any amount of time. So it's time for us to push to do two things, because we're going to basically do both of these simultaneously. As soon as I find the decision real quick. And that is... oh, I can go ahead and take strengthen bloodlines. That is awesome. But anyways, we'll do that in a second. We are officially going to make our final pushes to reclaim the former titles that was under Justinian. Like, this decision, that's what it does. It's basically whenever you grab the territories that Justinian did in his reconquest, you can restore the Roman Empire. And that's what we're going to basically be doing, restoring the Roman Empire as the primary power in the Mediterranean. And simultaneously, this is also going to give us the last area that we're going to need to mend the Great Schism, ending the divide between Catholics and Orthodox once and for all. Now, we could take this right here, which is awesome. Probably one of the most powerful decisions you can do. We are now the title of Bloodfather, which is awesome. And now, whenever we go through, all of our future dynasty people, which will be from our son right here, because he is going to be the one to inherit the empire, because he just has a better trait. But all of our dynasty is going to have a lot better congenital traits moving forward. Probably one of the most overpowered decisions in the game. We just took it. Let's see. We still have a court physician, so everything's good on that. I want to go ahead and let's fill up our court as much as we can. And we're just gonna leave the food tester. We have so many different knights and vassals that we could pretty much fill this all up without any issue. The royal architect, you do fine. So basically we just want the best possible. Our wife can deal with that. Our personal champion. The cupbearer, he would be fine for that. The court jester. We are going to declare holy war for this county. So what we're going to do is, just like under the campaigns of Justinian, and for the exact same reasons why the Eastern Roman Empire did this to start out with. So while we're doing this, we're actually going to also simultaneously talk about the real-world campaigns of Justinian and Belisarius. So the reason why the province of Africa was targeted first was simply because, one, the Vandals. When Belisarius basically was starting his campaign to recapture Italy, they had no choice but to target Africa. And that's due to, during the whole invasions of the Vandals basically captured the entirety of the Western Roman fleet. The entire merchant fleet, all of that. And basically turned it into a huge maritime power. And there was a bit of a civil war because the Vandals' vassals that were basically up here in Sardinia and Corsica were rebelling, so they were up here dealing with this. So Belisarius landed somewhere around here and started marching upward, or it might have been somewhere around here, and started marching upwards. Actually, there was a major battle right in and around here. And his Hunnic mercenaries proved a huge vital point. Now ourselves, we are also going to continue to push up this way, and also for the same reason. Mainly, this is going to give us a little bit of a springboard for Sicily, Sardinia, and Corsica, but also, this is one of the breadbaskets and a pretty valuable province. And we also have an event empire that has spawned in, which are these guys right here. And we want to take them out before they start attacking everybody again. Because when they start doing historic invasions, they get a ton of special troops every time they use that battle. Use that casus belli. It turns them basically into a miniature crisis each and every time. So these guys are just a ticking time bomb of a problem. But we're also wanting to just sort of move across and grab what we can from these guys here as well. Just sort of get ready to stop them. So we already got our forces in place. And we are going to begin. We don't need to raise our entire army. Just our men-at-arms. Just our own Imperial Tagmata. We have our own guard troops. Finally get to show that off. So how are you, Arcane? What county did we, okay, so we have a thing for Syracuse, and I want one for up here. While we're doing that, we're just going to basically build up as much of a claim on Italy as much as possible, and hopefully our patriarch gets us a claim on the kingdom itself while we're doing this. That's not good. Hopefully soon we'll be able to have our mangonels. In 17 years, according to this. Now we're going to move the Imperial force back up. And I want to try to hit their main army and destroy it in a Crusader Wars battle. If you're trying to mod it, that might be the issue. Alrighty. We outnumber them. This will still be a nice battle to sort of show off the proper Imperial troops. Here we are. Thought this was going to give us a lot closer of a number, but doesn't seem to be. And being that our commander is such, basically the Emperor is so good of a commander, we are heavily outnumbering and outskilled. Well, outskilling them. I swear I know how to speak English.
Understood. Melee infantry at your command.
Why are they like this?
By your command. Melee troops awaiting orders. We await your command.
This isn't my Varangians.
As you command. Melee infantry ready.
But we'll get that fixed.
Master command.
It's a real simple fix because that's supposed to just be Huskarls. But this is the Imperial Tagmata. Just ignore these guys. They're supposed to be members of the Varangian Guard.
Orders understood. Swords! Cataphractoriae!
And we're going to bring over our Imperial Cavalry, which is our most elite formation. Along with the Emperor.
Don't break formation!
Alrighty, now we want to just bring our army to about here. Ought to do.
The enemy should know when the odds are hopeless.
So let's have a look of our Imperial soldiers. We can't really see it in this light, but one of the ways that you could actually tell the difference between Imperial soldiers during this era and the regular, what would they be called? Basically, the thematic troops is the shield patterns. The Imperial soldiers had what is referred to as this, basically this striped formation on their shields to distinguish them. So we have our swordsmen and our spearmen. Now, also a difference in our Imperial Spearmen that we have right here versus the Thematic Spearmen. Thematic Spearmen are actually using a lot longer spear. Where our Imperial Spearmen use a lot more of a shorter type of a spear. Looks like we could swing our army this way.
The enemy has been spotted.
Oh great, wild elephants. Let's hope that they don't become an issue. I have seen wild elephants in the game basically sort of like run up into the map, like the actual fight, so... This will give us time to actually form up a proper formation. And then finally we have one of our more numerous, which is the Imperial Archers. As soon as they get into position, I'm going to form a giant shield wall. Also, something that returned during the 900s is a revival of a lot of old Roman formations. As we see here, our swordsmen are back in the testudo. We can actually order them forward. We're just gonna wait and see what happens. So I want my cavalry to come in. There they are. Just right on cue. As you can see, our Imperial cavalry is just basically as large as the regular Imperial section of the army itself. It's single-handedly the largest portion of the Imperial army. And since the cataphracts have not a lot of shots, but they do have bows, they're just gonna start hitting people. They're gonna fall apart before we even get a chance to deal with it. Just charge them down. Our Imperial cataphracts.
Our victory grows ever nearer!
And they're all running.
God's sweet good! We are moments away from victory!
I'm actually thinking of just getting rid of the spearmen, personally, and just keeping the, because we just don't really have a lot of the spearmen when it comes to like the actual formation, but comparably we have a lot more of the swordsmen. But basically, unless we are fighting somebody who is like a near peer to us, we're not going to raise up our levies. From both a roleplay standpoint and one since it gets really taxing. So that was good, and we're gonna now head right down here and start hitting their... Actually, we're gonna go for their capital. Since their caliph is in their capital. I'm hoping that Francia actually pushes down into Italy, personally. Because it's just going to start the real long war that we're going to have with them. Because we're going to have multiple wars with the Kingdom of Francia. Years. We won't need to worry about that. We'll have down their capital very shortly. And our son has turned into quite the commander. I'm going to assign him to be a marshal. And there we go. We've received a banner. I'll need that, and what does this do? Illustrious wall ornament. See what it looks like. Ah. I'm gonna give that to the Patriarch. The Patriarch's courtroom's starting to look quite nice. Gonna give the future Duke of this area the Ducus. Somebody who is younger but not too incredibly young. This will do. The last remnants of the dynasty of Cairo is here. Shouldn't be much of an issue at all. Pick ourselves up another trait. The Bloodfather, that is such a awesome nickname in my opinion. I quite like it. It's one of the most overpowered traits that you can get, but it's decisions basically to strengthen the bloodline. But it's also really easy to do. You just have to have a lucky marriage, basically, and you're good. And this should be this war. That way we can start holy warring for this other stuff. And we're going to grant him this title. But back with your clothes on. And we are going to just raise up the entire army for this one. just because I want to finish this whole little fight right here pretty quickly. And where's the This will just help this war go by quicker. We're going to get rid of our pikemen in exchange for another round of heavy swordsman. And as soon as we get out of this thing, we're gonna have ourselves our grand wedding. Now the rest of the province should fall to us fairly easily. As soon as we can start doing our mass holy wars. Switch him out for a of the Eastern Desert. Hey, let's do that. Hold a grand wedding here in Constantinople. Gonna deck it out, the biggest a bit that we could do, and we're going to do a little bit of diplomacy. Kind of bring in our brother-in-law, since he is on basically our border buffer state. And we got ourselves a nice claim. Looks like the Italian armies are running away. We should hit at least one of them. There we go. And that was the king. Good, good, and we will gift him and just sell some of this things we don't need. Repair all that. I want some armor. I need scale armor. Encourage my knights. Good, R. Where's the cortisone? There we go. Otto had passed away. Though they could still do historic invasion. But this might be where they're gonna end up settling territory-wise. Now remember, every territory that we fully control kingdom-wise is going to become de facto part of the Roman Empire when we reform it. So we want to hold the actual title. Just make everything nice and good. Make sure we have all the lands. We're doing quite good. When we're out of the activity, we'll be able to do more. Ooh. Some more intrigue. praise the party. And we become friends with the King of Armenia. Could become a drunk, but we're not going to. But we've had a glorious grand wedding. And it's time to declare a proper successor. Plus, she's also got a good trait, and we have the, Oh, this is such a amazing trait to have, pure blood, just finding somebody that has that. It means we don't have to go through the, horrible process of getting it. Especially since we have strengthened the bloodline. How generous. I'm gonna send him enough gold to hopefully... Now, it's actually been an extremely long time since I, mended the Great Schism, so I don't know if this will give us the ability to declare holy wars on Catholics. If it does, it's gonna make a certain war very easy on us shortly. Oh, good, we've got ourselves some nice scale armor. Better than what we had, which was nothing. Niente. I don't care if it breaks the treaty, I want to have this done and dealt with. So I want to hit our holy wars in the area. And basically grab all this. And then all the holy wars for this little spot up here, finish off this little area, use a holy war for this kingdom title, and we'll basically have all of North Africa incorporated back into the Empire. Very good. Send her off to university. Haven't really seen the AI start spreading our culture any more than what it did here. Has been spreading the religion. Orthodoxy is just as prominent as Catholicism at the moment. Good. We're going to come up here and hit their capital. And they have a big old tyranny war. So that's gonna definitely help them out, and they've taken the title of the Holy Roman Empire. Now, there is decisions to incorporate territory into the Holy Roman Empire, so I won't be surprised if all of this gets in just big old tag. Or what happens with it. Kind of got into a fight with the rebel army without even intending to. It's like I can show it off in the Imperial Court, but I'm not going to. I will gift it, though, right back to him. Give him something else to show off in the court. Also gonna gift him this bear hide. Show off the plunders of our recent conquests. We'll send them another gift. Hopefully they get some, you need to convert. Strategists. There we go. The Patriarch has a claim. That's funny. We'll start making multiple claims just as targets for our campaign, and then they'll basically serve as areas where we could branch out when we invade Italy. Now we're just gonna siege until we're good. Sure. Armenia is actually growing quite nicely, surprisingly. Annihilate these guys real quick. There we go. Now they can have their civil war as much as they want. Cool. And we'll give that to you. I'll let our armies just recuperate a little bit. We're getting a lot of people paying us homage, so we're becoming a lot more famous as a dynasty. Alright, time for Serve the Crown. Now to deal with a real big major campaign goal and claim. That's Rome itself. A lot of people are gaining claims. As long as we have her on domestic affairs, it should be alright. But if we do show any real weakness, we could have a serious problem on our hand of civil wars. going to let them go. We shall right him immediately. Roman dominance. Oh, cool. This is just the, end of the Iberian struggle, so interesting. We're gonna see the birth of the Empire of Hispania. I don't know why I called it Roman dominance. Start at his capital. Just work our way around. What else did we get? It'd be fun if this historic invade, because it rarely actually succeeds, but it's in the right condition if it succeeds in forming the Persian Empire. We'll have to keep checking in on it every once in a while. If any faction forms the Persian Empire, it's going to be a bit of a threat. Simply because that is just a pure rival on our border. I could make a marriage rival there. Since we want the same area. They're betrothed. we'll just continue this arrangement. And they can be inbred over there, because they're not directly in my area. It's like I don't have as much of a care. I'm hoping we get our mangonels soon. Another daughter. She's also got good traits. And we have a claim on Rome itself again. There we go, that holy war is done. We can usurp and grant to somebody. On the younger side, you'll do. It's actually a really good trade on him. Gonna work on getting more territory in Italy. And boom, yep, there it is. The Empire of Hispania has been formed, and the last of the Christian states is just up here in Asturias. Hanging on by a thread. We can declare holy war for this area very soon. And to help us in our religious needs, we are going to go on a pilgrimage. To Jerusalem. We want zealotry. Some mountaineers and this right here, and we just want to go back and forth. And we're not actually leaving the Empire, so we're quite fine on that. And we are going to visit the Patriarch. Since we set him up in Alexandria. Not Alexandria, but in Jerusalem. I swear I know my cities. Only Orthodox may take this journey. We shall help him. I believe this is what we need to basically start declaring holy war for the kingdom title. Which we will do very soon. Basically as soon as we get back to Constantinople. We're doing quite well over here. Coptic Christians are pushing out the Muslim invasion of Africa. It was a lot more than what it is now. Man, if this world ends up like completely wiping out Islam, I've actually never seen that in any Crusader Kings game that I've ever done. Like, that will be an honest first for me. And we will give this religious artifact to the Patriarch. Now, one territory I do want to claim is right here, because of this mine. And this will be like the last little like area that we'll hold as personal territory. Speaking of, we're going to go ahead and claim it. Sell that. Another daughter. We shall make her educated. Edumacated. There we go. And declare kingdom holy war. So this will be a very significant reincorporation back to the Empire, and then we'll have to call it for today. call them to war just to help out. Can I call you to war too? No. Right for their capital. Going to pick up this holy order. And we're going to have them just start besieging down here in Africa. Every bit that we can conquer, and the quicker we can do it, the better. Here comes their army to fight my holy order. Funny. Just going to grab what we can. They haven't incorporated any more territory, so that's at least decent. Oh look, and their army came back. Just to get crushed. Hell on the loose. Won't be much longer and we'll have this. Along with mangonels. There we go. Need to finish off that last one. Just need age, adult, you will do. You will do. They're related to us somehow because of the blood trait. Kind of nice seeing our dynasty moving around by itself at this point. And up here. Put that there, and declare county war. Sell that off. And that. Alrighty, so now let's head down and finish up this war. The Empire title for Acho has completely fallen apart. So the Yugis have finally collapsed. Still very broken apart in this area. Alrighty. Clear down here we march. Roma Evicta. How's their throne look? They have a decent throne room at least. Ba ba da ba 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 da ba ba ba. We have another. And this entire area has been reincorporated into the Empire. Still got a little bit of time. I don't care for the truce. We have entire territory to bring back. Can we actually grab that yet? No. Clear. take as much territory as we can. So during Justinian's reconquest, whenever the Eastern Roman army managed to topple Carthage, the rest of the province basically came back into imperial control. And being that the Roman population was still pretty well intact at that time, most of North Africa just fell right back into Roman hands without much of an issue. We're going to place over here our Holy Order. Have them start campaigning over there. Alright, they're defending because they're allies. So whenever we do go to start the campaign for Italy, we are going to be fighting the Holy Roman Empire quite a bit. A battle happened without me even noticing it. Punishment did not fit the crime. Our best friend died. That is unfortunate. And what did we reclaim? Oh, that's a very good pedestal item. And we're gonna give this artifact to him. And mine just flipped right back around. Rear about. And bingo. And since we don't care about treaties, gonna mass release. And declare holy war for that area. Age. Adult. You can go there. We'll raise our holy order. Take these guys down one by one. You know what, for the heck of it, I'm gonna hire a big band of mercenaries. Just have them go over here. Why not? It's not like we're lacking for the money. We are filthy rich. Speaking of, how developed is Constantinople? 55. It's getting there. Go, another commander. Oh yeah, I forgot to grant that territory to somebody. You'll do. just march them over there. There we go. And again, we're going to just go in here, beat them down real quick. The Umieds. We'll deploy ourselves our Holy Order. There we go. Follow and destroy them more. Destroy their army, and then we can go back over and hit their capital, and it should be the war. Another daughter. It's looking like we're gonna have an empress in the future. We'll have her just be a schemer. Send to university. I do like that the Kingdom of Sturius is just surviving in a single county. Also, why are they putting their capital there and not up here? It's just making it a lot easier for me to hit their capital. Oh, prized armor. Heck yeah. Legendary armor, here we go. We get the nice stuff. Ambitious. Looks like we found their army again. Getting close, and we've got ourselves mangonels, so our sieges can go a lot quicker after this. Let's see, where is this? Yep, you can have it. Age. You will do fine. How I feel about this. Now we can get rid of this right here and pick up the much better mangonels. This is really the only unit that is important for us to station somewhere. Our house guards we're going to place over here. Any other unit doesn't really matter. Since we're using Crusader Wars for the really important fights, all we really need to make sure is our siege equipment is good and ready to go, and we're just going to finish off these guys really quickly. Which it shouldn't take long at all. We are the strong we take from them. Interesting amount of things going on here. Bingo. And the final holy war for basically down here. And Africa is fully reincorporated. Well, almost. There we go. Create title. Grant. Let's see. You will do here. We are going to do one more war for this stream. One more target. It's time to reincorporate the heart of the empire itself. Constantinople is where all the political power is in Rome, and it has been for basically since the 300s, but Rome itself has always been the cultural and spiritual heart of the empire. Why is my... I swore I told it to be up here. Oh well. And this will be the first time since the very end of the Western Roman Empire that a Roman emperor has entered the city. Rome. Sacred ground. Now, is anybody going to come to the Renegade Pope? Come to his aid? Let's see. It's an offensive war. I'm not helping him with an offensive war. We'll accept, but we're not going to get involved. First, we'll grab the fortified port, and then march on Rome itself. $15 months. Patriarch keeps granting claims on the Empire. It's crazy. We're getting there. And boom. Now, I have no intention of holding Rome myself because it is the spiritual capital at this point, and the cultural, but we're going to grant it to the Patriarch. And with this, we can also tell him to start doing this. And part one of our major decisions has been achieved. One church. So brave. And we're gonna join this war real quick. Just gonna send these guys down and deal with these peasants. I get a claim. I can now get a claim on the Kingdom of Italy, if I do it right. Can you, like, march over here quicker? Come on. There we go. So be it. And we'll send troops over. Why not? But that is it for today. That's all that we have time for. Come back tomorrow as we will see the reincorporation of Italy back into the Empire. Like, what do we consider Catholics now? We consider them hostile, so we can declare holy wars on them. So yeah, whenever we come back, we will either, by a holy war, reincorporate all of Italy into the Empire, or by requesting a claim. One of the two, we are going to get Italy back into the Empire. And we will be seeing you all later, you alligators. Bye-bye now.